Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Cassidy.
I'm Becca.
I'm Anna.
And we're the Try Hard Girls. We're so glad to have you guys back on another podcast. We are starting a new segment of our show called Should You Try It? Like TRI, not TRY, because we're cool. We're three. And we're going to start with a movie review. So do one of you guys want to explain how we came to choose this movie?
Sure. So basically what we did is we put a poll out on our Instagram. And if you're not following, now you need to go follow so you can be included at the Try Hard Girls everywhere. And we put it to you guys. So this week, Cassidy had the task of looking on streaming platforms, easily available ones, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and finding 2 movies to put to the polls for you guys to choose what our video is going to be. She went to Netflix and she found 2 new Netflix original movies, and they were what, Anna?
The Wrong Missy and All the Bright Places.
And we had you guys vote which one we should watch for this week to review. So Cassidy, tell us, what were the results?
So actually, I was very shocked with the results. So yesterday, I think we posted around 10 a.m. and us 3 internally decided like what our cutoff time would be because we still needed to watch. So we gave ourselves a cutoff of 4 p.m. to, tally up the votes and choose which one we were going to watch. So the one that we actually watched was winning at 4 p.m. yesterday. And then when we came to record this morning, the other movie had more votes. So the winner for the one that we watched yesterday at 4 p.m. was, drum roll please, The Wrong Missy. But All the Bright Places technically won right now. So we are going to add that to our queue and review that at some point soon.
Maybe we'll drop down an extra episode this week and we'll get you 2 out.
That's very true. And when we say it won by a landslide, baby.
Yeah. So just to jump in, I want to let everyone know that there will be some spoilers. We won't, ruin the ending or whatever, but we definitely are going to share our thoughts on the movie. And if you don't want to, get all the details, maybe watch the movie first and come back and listen to our reaction.
And next time, we will make sure at the end of each video, we'll tell you what the new movie is so you'll have time to go watch it for our review.
Alrighty. Well, do you guys want to get started?
Let's do it, dude.
So The Wrong Missy, I was really excited to watch it because I love Happy Madison Productions. We love Adam Sandler. He is a comedy god. So I had high expectations.
I did too. I had really high expectations.
Yes. I'm just going to start off the bat. Missy is a lot. Like, that's literally the first note I wrote because the first 20 minutes, it's just like, you really get to know her.
And I tell you what my first note was?
What?
Over the top Missy.
Mine was, she is annoying me, LOL.
Yes. You guys, okay, thank you. And can we just talk about a little bit of her character throughout the movie? Like, she was annoying, like way over the top, they were trying too hard to push her like as this crazy person. And then towards the end of the movie, just all of a sudden, she's like semi-normal. Like, sorry, it doesn't like just switch off like that. What?
Yeah, I thought that. So also when it first started, they were in the restaurant meeting for the first time. And I also wrote in my notes, high quality. Like, I thought the quality of the film was actually really well done. The actors were sublime, I thought. They all pulled from Happy Madison production, previous actors, and that really said
it's all their normal actors.
Except Adam Sandler, that would have been awesome. But I understand, like, he's trying to kind of change his groove with, Uncut Gems and stuff. I think he's trying to become a little bit more serious.
Random fact, though. We did have a lack of Adam Sandler. However, we did have his wife on the movie. She played the Barracuda. Amazing.
Wait, that's his wife?
That's his wife.
She is so beautiful, like unworldly beautiful.
So pretty.
Yada, yada. And his daughter, one of his daughters is in it. She's like in the, one of his daughters. Yes, that's her.
I was like, oh, those girls look so gangly, teenaging. You know what I mean?
So we got our Sandler fix, but not the way we wanted. So, yeah, that first date is definitely memorable, and not in a good way. If I were him, I would have run out, or actually jumped off of that bathroom window too. Just saying. The second that Sheila was brought up, I'm done.
Sheila was psycho.
Literally, I wrote on here, literally batshit, would have already had a protection order against her, changed my name, move across the country, and I would have so bounced too. Those are my notes.
We should not tell everyone what Sheila was. You guys have to watch the movie to understand what Sheila is.
All I'm saying is every girl should carry a Sheila, but damn, not paraded around.
I will say though, that opening scene in the restaurant, in the writing sense, I thought it was kind of funny, like the whole idea of her pretending like someone else. Like that part was funny, but as soon as we got introduced to her, I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna like this character.
Dude, yeah, I think she definitely grew on me. Like there were some insanely funny parts that I thought I could not stop laughing. Like the one in the tub where she came up as Hellstar.
Oh yes, that was funny.
Oh my god, I was cringing the entire time. I did not think she was that funny.
It reminded me of old Greg.
Yeah, I could.
Oh my god, that's funny that you say that.
She looked like a demon. She looked like a demon, and I was like, oh my god, I could not stop laughing. I was dying.
Well, I'm glad one of us was laughing because I just wanted to turn off the TV.
So you guys both were like cringing hard during the movie?
Yes, I have to say, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I thought this was overall a flop.
Oh, me too.
Oh my god.
I'm disappointed because I wanted to laugh and I probably laughed about 3 times. I will commend the girl that plays Missy because her physical comedy was it was amazing. She did great. She really
put it all out there for sure.
For freaking sure. And like I commend her for that. But other than that, like, sweetie.
You know what?
I really think it was the writing. I don't know. I thought the jokes were like too try hard. No pun intended.
In a good way.
Yeah, not in the good way. Honestly, I wrote here and I had to bold it and underlined it. I said, trying too hard, too fake funny, not true real comedy.
And I said not realistic.
Yep.
Oh, see, okay. I had a different perspective because I feel like a lot of Happy Madison films are kind of stupid funny. So that was my
level.
That was my expectation going in, and I also am a big fan of really stupid funny movies. Like I don't know why, but I think if people are stupid and it's obvious they're trying to be stupid, sometimes it makes me laugh even harder. Like the one part, his ex-fiance's husband, how he was part of the firm and he would always go swish. It's totally like something like a bougie like frat bro gone banker would do. Like sweet.
Yes. His character wasn't too bad. It was funny. Yeah.
I actually did laugh out loud when that character was involved getting a massage and the door was opened. I did laugh out loud at that part. But I think his character also like made me happy that I don't have a job like the main character does, because I feel like I'd be having to deal with those pretentious like ex-fratty boys and I just couldn't deal with that, to be quite honest. Like he was just like a lot too. But he was funny. Not to change up the subject, but I really did like him vibing with the airport Melissa. I really did like the airport scenes and like where they almost had their connection. Like I really did enjoy that, and I kind of wish like he would have ended up, or you know what I mean? Like,
you guys, I also liked that part of the story. I loved her, and I about that scene. I was like, oh my gosh, it was such a hot scene, like a little fantasy airport moment, and total blue balls for everybody. Everyone, like I was so upset that didn't go through.
Wait, what's so frustrating is like, you know, when your flight's gonna board, it literally says it on your ticket. So like, why did you wait to go in the closet, bitch?
Yeah, seriously.
True.
Match made in heaven. Same book, same freaking
like, so cute.
Drink. Like they were really vibing, and I liked that.
And she was gorgeous. I mean, they both are beautiful girls. I'm just saying, she was gorgeous.
Yeah, Molly Sims is a dime for sure.
But
yeah, no, they were totally vibing, and it made me like, at one point when, the whole airport thing happened, which is in the trailer, so everyone knows the wrong Missy gets on the plane. At that point, I was like, God, I wish the other Missy got on the plane, and it would have been a totally different like romantic movie. But like, I don't know. Part of me was wishing like maybe in the future they'll come out with like the right Missy, like that one movie.
Oh my God, kind of like the opposite of like Christian Grey's perspective or Edward's perspective, but this time it's the right Missy got on.
It's the other Melissa's perspective.
Yes.
They would definitely be married and have like a kid now if he got with the right Missy. Speaking of Missy, the wrong Missy, she texts like a teenage boy. I wrote that down. Her text messages, I was like, who's writing this? Is this a little
boy? See that?
I mean, she acts like a teenage boy that just had one too many yoo-hoos, jumping on the trampoline and acting a fool.
Yeah, and also, why can't I go on company trips like these? This is one of my notes. I'm like, okay, damn, Hawaii. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. And I was just like, I love any movies that have like a destination because I feel like I get to go there. And so that was definitely something I did enjoy about this movie. One of the little things that I did. So great. Love that it was done in Hawaii, not Cali.
Talk about one more thing on the airplane. And then I want to know your guys's too. But the funniest line from the movie, I think, came from the airplane. And it's the only part that truly had me dying laughing. And it's not even like I wrote the funniest line is from the guy on the airplane who smells his breath. And he smells it and he's like, oh yeah, good. Did you have dog shit earlier? Smells great. Like, that was the funniest line in the entire movie, in my opinion.
I liked what she was like, I knew you were fucking awake this whole time.
All of them. He was like, how long has this been going on? She's like, about 40 minutes.
Also, I wrote that down. I'm like, that is not okay. Consent, honey. Consent.
Oh, she is not about consent. She just does anything.
I was going to say, because later on, just hear me out. Guys, next might be a triggering statement I'm about to say. So if sexual, like rape, that kind of thing.
It's triggering to you.
It's triggering to you, just trigger warning, okay? But we need to talk about the fact that she essentially raped him. Yeah. Because think about that if this was a movie and it was a guy on top of a girl waking up to him and saying and not stopping when he said to stop.
100%.
It was 100% a rape scene and they played it off like it wasn't. And that just goes to show, like, that is something we don't talk about. Guys can be raped too.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I wrote that down too. Wake up call, quote, not okay.
Someone needs to check on David Spade. Like, is he okay?
Seriously.
I also want to give an honorable mention to someone who I feel is always underrated, and you guys might not feel the same way because we obviously had different perspectives of the movie, but Nick Swardson, who is his like co-worker best friend.
Honey, I wrote him down.
So
that was my next thing. His
whole thing, like, oh yeah, I know your password. It's your mom's maiden name, and you know the last 4 of your social security.
Dude, I literally said we all know one of him in our lives. We all know someone like him. 100%.
You know who would be out of us three?
Who? I don't know. I wasn't the one that got upset when I wasn't given the password to your house.
That was so good.
Oh, thank you.
That was so good. It was not the password to my house. You guys have that? It was to my security system.
Whatever. That too.
And it wasn't the security system passcode. It was the administrative security passcode.
She had it. Why can't she?
Well, Becca changed it anyway, so we still don't have it.
Yeah, because we did have a little garage incident break in. And I got scared even into the house.
Don't mess with Becca bitch's house, okay? Don't mess with her.
Story time comes in. Dude, also honorable mention, the movie is based off pretty much in Portland at first. And if you know us and you're friends with us, you know that Portland holds a dear, dear, dear place in our hearts. We love Portland, Oregon. We're from Seattle, but every year we go on a girls' trip to Portland. And this year we haven't gone. It's been a very, very hard subject. But shout out to Portland.
We are planning a trip, so hopefully this year we'll bring you some Portland content as well, so stay tuned.
Also, I have a question. Would you guys ever go on a second date to a remote place with a person that you barely know?
No.
I think I would.
I would not. If I met them one time, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on who the person is. It depends on the vibe. But Missy had some balls to go, to be quite honest. But then again, it is Missy we're talking about.
Exactly.
She's like, oh my God, her reaction to the place, I was so embarrassed. I was cringing. I was like, you don't act like that, girl. I do want to give a shout out to our boy, Cass. I know you're going to agree. Rob Schneider, we love him. He always makes the Happy Madison movies great for me. I grew up loving him. I just loved his character. I think he's so funny. I love the whole, like, he just always does these mannerisms, and he's just a great comedic actor. Also, I love that he had his daughter, her cover of My Neck, My Back playing.
Oh my God, that was freaking hilarious.
I forgot that she did that cover. It was like for Southwest. It was like for some festival or something.
Anna, can you hit us with like a little rendition?
It's like, my neck, my back, lick my and my crack. All your ladies pop you up like this. Don't stop. Anyway, but yeah, in fact, Elle King, aka X's and O singer, is Rob Schneider's daughter.
Wow. That shark scene where Rob Schneider was introduced, I don't know how you guys weren't like laughing the whole time.
I enjoyed that scene.
Shark scene was freaking insane.
I enjoyed, like, compared to all the others, it was definitely on the up.
Yes, Airplane and the Clift one and that one
was the best in my opinion, but yes.
And I'm not trying to ruin anything, but you know, the part when they were singing that song, like My Neck, My Back, I will say this movie does have a threesome.
Yes, that was also
sort of.
Yes, that was also very funny. I really did enjoy that scene. That was funny.
Becca, that's the scene that I thought, because you said halfway through the movie, you're like, I don't know, I can't take notes anymore. That scene hit, and I was like, oh my gosh, it has to be this scene. It's so cringy.
It might have been that scene. I didn't write down what scene I stopped, but literally halfway through, I'm like, I do not need to write any more notes. All my thoughts are here. I've got them down. And low key, I was like, if this for a review on our podcast, I would have changed it already.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Dude, another thing that I do, like one of the very, very few things that I did like about Missy's character is how she's kind of a badass in the sense that she has a lot of like certificates and a lot of like knowledge. Like she could freaking like, she's like no CPR. She knows how to like.
She's a chiropractor. Crack my back, girl.
Reset broken bones.
She's a sidekick. She's a hypnotist. She's a chiropractor. She does it all. She's a woman of many skills. I did think that was funny.
That was so funny. So I feel like we did a really good recap of it. Shall we each say what our score would be? And then after that, we tell everyone how many tryhards approved this movie. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So I'm going to give this out of 1 out of 10. I am going to give it a 5.5 only because they had a really good cast, a lot of great comedians. I love how they kept it in the family. I mean, one of the Farley brothers was in it. Like, yeah, 5.5 out of 10.
I'll go next. So this one was hard, but I honestly, she's going to open her mouth right now. It's going to drop. I think I'm going to give this movie a 4.8 out of 10 because here's why. I would have exited out if it wasn't for this. It was, to me, it just couldn't hold my attention. Like, I thought it was too over the top, trying way too hard. Like, I don't know. I like real comedy. But the reason I did give it, in my opinion, a higher score than I originally was going is because of who was in it and Adam Sandler being a Happy Madison film. Like, I just love and support all those actors because I do think they are hilarious. But I think this movie didn't hit the mark.
That's so funny because you guys both had similar like views. You both, gave it a fairly low score, but both of your reasonings for giving it a better score than you originally would is because of the Happy Madison stuff, which I totally agree with.
I think Anna and I have like a lot of similarities in our comedy, and I think that's probably
Totally. I definitely see that. You guys always like a lot of the same stuff, movie-wise and TV-wise. All right. Well, I think that obviously I liked the movie a little more. So I think I'm going to give it a 7.6. So, not the best, but not the worst. I would still recommend it, I think. But I watched it by myself. Scott was going to watch it with me, but he got busy, playing his video games in his office.
He didn't miss out on much.
Yeah, he really didn't.
I'd be curious to see if he liked it or not.
For sure. I'd be curious to know.
But yeah, I felt like I laughed a lot, but it was, I would say, like a really stupid, funny movie. Like you'd have to like really feel dumb laughing at it. So that's my final take.
It's kind of like maybe like the epic movie or disaster movie, like that kind of stupid comedy in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as explicit, like boom in your face, but more
Sharknado.
But more towards that type of movie than like a true comedic movie, in my opinion.
So now that we each gave our scores, I wanted to tell you guys what the critics gave it. So we'll do.
Yeah, I really want to. Let's see if they have superior taste or not.
Okay, first let's start with the Rotten Tomatoes score. So Rotten Tomatoes is like very high level, like production. Was the movie, well directed, things like that. 33%.
I mean,
3.3.
So that's close to my score, honey.
Yeah, which I thought that the production of it actually wasn't too bad, but I get it. Like there was a fake shark in it, that kind of thing. Kind of brings the production value down. And then IMDb score, which I don't really know how they rank their criticism, but they gave it a 5.8 out of 10.
Oh.
Which is close to Anna's score.
Yeah.
And then, in my personal opinion, the score that I look at most when I'm looking to view a movie or a new TV show is the audience score. They ranked it a 57% audience score, which is bad.
So close to Anna's again.
Yeah. So
Cassidy's the one of a kind in this episode.
Okay, so collectively I did the average, and our try hard score would be a 5.9.
Okay.
Which is still not that good, and honestly pretty dang close to the audience score.
So basically we're great at reviewing, so make sure you subscribe.
So pretty much it's time for me to drop the Try Hard Girls, go to Hollywood, and just start reviewing all these movies,
So guys, for our very first movie review, this has gotten 1 out of 3 Try Hard stamp of approval. So do we recommend it? Cassidy does.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's free if you want to, like, I don't know, maybe take like a sweet treat at night instead of a glass of wine, if you know what I mean. Like, I think this is the movie for you. But if you don't like stupid, funny movies, I would just pass. But since it's on Netflix, you don't have to buy it if you have a Netflix account. And like Becca, if you wanted to turn it off, you could just click that button, baby. So
feel no shame either. You didn't waste no money.
And honestly, it's just one flop out of many that we're about to get more films from Happy Madison. They did sign a contract with Netflix, so we will be getting more Adam Sandler movies, and hopefully the other ones are better than this one.
And I'm ready because I love Adam Sandler.
Me too.
Here
Shout out to
comes Hanukkah. So much.
Grab your
Oh yeah, Anna.
Hanukkah.
God. Inside joke. Sorry, people. Anyway, we had so much fun reviewing our first movie.
For our next one, make sure you go ahead and watch All the Bright Places. We are going to be reviewing that next. You never know. Get to it right now because maybe we'll drop that also this week. So stay tuned to that.
And stay tuned for the end of that video because then we will announce either Becca or myself will pick the next 2 movies and we'll have a poll. And yeah, we'd appreciate if you guys participated and voted and spread the message along.
And since you will be participating in our poll, make sure to follow us everywhere at the Try Hard Girls. Instagram is where we'll be placing the poll, but we also have a Twitter account, a TikTok account, And of course, a YouTube and podcast account. So wherever you're listening to this podcast, feel free to rate us 5 stars out of 5, because we're cool.
Because we 5 out of 5.
And if you're listening on YouTube, please click that like button. Please click subscribe. We're almost to 250 subscribers. Who wants to become our 250th subscriber? You do, baby. Go click that button.
Oh my God, you guys, we're simping to the world. Also, go check out our Urban Dictionary challenge because that's a word we learned from there.
I've been seeing that word everywhere now.
Simp?
Yes.
Well, if you follow the Try Hard Girls, you would have heard it here first too. And now it is everywhere, mainstream, baby.
All right, guys, please don't forget to follow us on our personal accounts at Caroline19.
At McFarbeck.
And at Cass Kardash.
We'll see you next time. Try hards are
out.